No access for Sussex. Princess and puts Meghan in her place with podcast in green drawing room. Think royal family drama is exciting? Wait until you hear this. Princess Anne has joined the podcast scene, and it's a game changer. Imagine the green drawing room, filled with history and royal whispers. That's where Princess Anne shared her thoughts in a unique way. This podcast is more than just a chat. It's about tradition versus new ideas. And Princess Anne is ready to take a stand. The green drawing room is a key part of this story. It's a room full of history and tradition. Princess Anne chose it for a reason. This room is like a time capsule. It's filled with stories from the past. Princess Anne's choice of location is a powerful statement. She picked this room to show her royal power. It's a reminder that tradition is important in the royal family. Curious about what happened next? Keep reading to find out how Meghan Markle's actions clashed with Princess Anne's. Princess Anne isn't your typical rebel royal. She's known for her practical style and dedication to service. But she's also a rule breaker in her own way. She's stood up for her own path, even when it went against tradition. This makes her one of the most independent royals out there. Now, compare that to Meghan Markle. She's the American actress who shook things up in the royal family. Her arrival was a big change, and it's what makes Princess Anne's comments so interesting. Just when you thought you knew Princess Anne, she surprises you with something new. Meghan Markle brought a fresh vibe to the royal family. She was outspoken and modern, unlike any royal before. Her efforts to modernize the monarchy were noticed by many, but her actions also caused tension. Some people loved her modern approach, while others were skeptical. This tension is what Princess Anne's podcast highlighted. So, did Princess Anne support Meghan's efforts or not? Let's look at what she said. The podcast that shook the palace. In her podcast, Princess Anne spoke her mind. She talked about mental health, privacy, and the press, but with her own twist. It was a unique take on these topics. And didn't name names, but her words were clear. She reminded everyone of the true royal way. This way focuses on duty, privacy, and a code of conduct that has lasted for generations. Anne's comments were not harsh or disrespectful. She wasn't criticizing Meghan. Instead, she gently reminded everyone that being royal is about responsibility, not just fame. Did Meghan take Anne's words to heart? We'll explore her response next. Princess Anne's words hit home. Ever been told by a parent or grandparent to follow the old ways? Princess Anne's message is similar. For her, loyalty, service, and respect for the spotlight are key. Her views might seem old-fashioned to some. But for Anne, these values are personal. She's not saying Meghan is wrong, she's sharing what has worked for her family. Anne's message is for everyone, not just Meghan. It's about keeping some traditions alive while embracing change. Her words resonate with many who struggle to balance tradition and modernity. Feeling the impact of Anne's wisdom? Let's see how Meghan responds next. Meghan surprised many by not responding to Anne. Her silence is intriguing. Is it respect, a strategic move, or something else? Sometimes, not saying anything can be more powerful than words. Meghan might be showing respect or letting her actions speak for her. Her silence only adds to the mystery. Will Meghan's approach change after Anne's comments? Or will she keep following her own path, no matter what? What does this mean for the future of the royal family? Anne and Meghan represent two sides of the royal coin. The future of the monarchy is uncertain. There's a push for modernity and openness, but also a need to respect tradition. Can the royal family find a balance between old and new? The story of the monarchy is far from over. This tale of tradition and change is universal. It's about every family, workplace, and community trying to adapt while honoring their past. So, where do you stand? Do you value tradition and privacy like Anne, or do you prefer Meghan's openness and change? Or do you see value in both? The royal family's story keeps evolving with each new generation. They remind us of the ongoing struggle to balance who we are with who we want to be. Share your thoughts. Which royal do you relate to more? Or do you see the beauty in their differences? Let's discuss this royal debate. The royal family story is relatable, even if their lives seem far away. They face the same struggles we do: tradition versus change, privacy versus openness, and personal happiness versus responsibility. Who hasn't felt torn between family values and personal beliefs? Princess Anne and Meghan Markle show us a universal struggle. They remind us that we all try to balance our past and future. Their stories reflect our own in careers, relationships, and communities. Have you ever faced a big life decision? It can be hard to move forward. Meghan and Anne's choices reflect our own battles and victories. For those in big families, workplaces, or communities, tradition versus change is a big debate. There's comfort in old ways, but excitement in new ones. Imagine a family meeting where your ideas clash with an elder's. Do you listen to their wisdom or speak up for your view? Like Anne and Meghan, we're always deciding when to keep traditions and when to break free. Anne stands for steady resilience, while Meghan pushes for change and authenticity. Which side do you lean towards more often? Choosing a path comes with challenges. What happens when you pick one over the other? One key lesson from this royal debate is respectful disagreement. Anne and Meghan show us how to disagree without being harsh. Anne's subtle critique and Meghan's silence are examples of grace. In a world where disagreements often get heated, this lesson is crucial. When disagreeing, think like Anne, state your truth gently. Or, like Meghan, sometimes silence is louder than words. Not every disagreement needs to be solved loudly. The next time you face a conflict, think about respecting others' views while standing firm in your own. The world is changing. People today are more connected and open to change. The royal family, known for tradition, is also changing. The debate between Anne and Meghan reflects society's broader shifts. There's a growing desire for openness, mental health awareness, and breaking free from old norms. As society changes, we wonder how to honor tradition without holding back progress. This question isn't just for the royal family. Think about your life. What traditions do you keep, and which ones need a modern twist? Maybe, like the royals, finding a balance between old and new is the best approach. Princess Anne and Meghan Markle remind us of our choices in life. We can respect our past without letting it control us. We can value tradition while forging our own path. This story isn't about who's right or wrong. It's about finding the courage to define your values and respecting others' views. In the end, maybe the true royal way is living with respect for the past, embracing the present, and being open to the future. So, as you journey through life, remember Anne and Meghan's wisdom. Both perspectives are valuable, making life and the royal family fascinating. Call to action. Which perspective do you resonate with more? Do you lean towards tradition or embrace change? Share your thoughts in the comments and spread the word. Finding balance between tradition and change is a journey worth sharing. This story touches us all, reminding us to follow our own path. It shows us to respect those who came before us. Whether you love Anne's resilience or Meghan's fresh view, there's something for everyone. That's why we keep watching. We all face similar challenges on our paths. The struggle between tradition and progress is something we all deal with. Princess Anne and Meghan Markle offer us tips to navigate these challenges. Princess Anne teaches us to honor our roots, but she also shows us not to be bound by them. When family expectations feel too much, remember your roots can be a source of strength. Tip: stay connected to your roots through traditions and family gatherings. But don't forget to set boundaries. Respecting tradition doesn't mean losing yourself. Change doesn't have to be drastic. Meghan showed us that small steps can lead to big changes. Whether it's a new career or a new tradition, start with small steps. Tip: begin with small changes that match your values. Start with one topic in family conversations or mix old and new customs at gatherings. Small steps can lead to big changes. Stand firm in your beliefs, but stay open-minded. Princess Anne's commitment to tradition is inspiring, but she also shows us the value of being open to others. Meghan's journey teaches us the importance of being adaptable. Tip: listen before you respond to differences. Being open can deepen relationships without losing your values. Try empathetic listening and find common ground. Maybe the best approach is blending old and new. Princess Anne and Meghan Markle show us there's no one right way to live. Find a mix that reflects your personality. Tip: create your own traditions that reflect your values. For example, add a new twist to Sunday dinners by sharing stories or celebrating achievements. This way, you honor the past while embracing the present. The royal family values patience and respect. These qualities are essential in our relationships. Sometimes, the most respectful thing is to wait before responding. Tip: practice patience in disagreements. Give it a day before responding or suggest a follow-up conversation. Respecting others strengthens your character. Princess Anne and Meghan Markle show us that we can define our own paths. Their stories teach us to honor our roots and be true to ourselves. They remind us that we are free to forge our own way. Whether you're inspired by Anne's strength or Meghan's independence, remember life is about integration. It's about blending tradition and change in a way that feels true to you.